Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how's it going? How's DC?
It's going well. Enjoyed the 3 day weekend. And yeah, DC got cold. But besides that, it's
Yeah,
good.
it's cold here too. It is cold. I went outside. I was like, ooh, it's cold. Yeah. Well, I'll let you all take away with movie reviews.
Sure thing. I saw Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I don't know if Chike, you got a chance to see it as well. But I will give the quick spoiler-free rundown. So for anyone who doesn't know about this movie by now, we're back in Wakanda. This is Black Panther. It's been a year after the death of T'Challa, the King T'Challa, and that's not much of a spoiler. You know that's going to happen. And everyone wants Wakanda's vibranium, but they're not going to let it out. So the Queen has kept people at bay, but there's a new threat in town, and it's Namor and the underwater civilization that also has access to vibranium. So now the people of Wakanda have a challenge because now they don't just control the most advanced technologies and the most important material in the world. There's another country. And so what are they going to do to fight this new threat that is coming after them and also the rest of the world? And that's what we get this movie for. So it is again a sequel. It's I guess a phase 6 or whatever phase they are in the Marvel universe. And it's pretty good. I liked it a lot. It's 2.5 hours. So my big complaint is again 30 minutes too long. They could have cut out 30 minutes easily. There's a lot of side plots there and everything like that. But yeah, again, without too many spoilers, it's a fun movie. It hits your predictable checklist of what a Marvel movie does. You're going to have your action, you're going to have your CGI battles throughout, you're going to have the big final battle, and we know the heroes win in the end. But it's a fun ride, and yeah, I highly recommend. Even with the extra 30 minutes, the long run time, I highly recommend checking it out. You'll enjoy it, and you'll have a good time.
Good. I haven't actually seen it yet. I'm going to go this weekend to see it.
Okay, perfect. Well, then I won't go too much into spoilers, but yeah, it's good. It's not as good as the first, although I think I like the villain in this one a lot more
Mhm.
than Killmonger. He's definitely more enjoyable, more complicated, and it really the they really have a challenge here. This is a real battle. Like they are not sitting easy. As
Mhm.
we saw, and the trailers give that away a little bit, but this is real deal. So definitely, yeah, Chike, you'll love it. Great job in acting all around. I loved the scenes with Shuri and I forgot the name of the main Queen's guards. Their interaction when they go into the real world is
Yeah,
hilarious.
the
It's
general.
yeah, the general, their back and forth is great. It's just it's a fun ride. It's a fun watch. So yeah, definitely again, highly recommend it, Chike. I think you'll love it.
I wish
Awesome.
she saw it. I was telling her we were talking about hot topics. I wish she saw it so I could tell some stuff. We could discuss some stuff because something happens that devastated me. But I won't go into what it is. Um, you already know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
Adam. But let's talk about Angela Bassett. I was reading the Twitter comments, and people were saying how she gave a stellar performance, like one of the best this year in movies. What do you think about her performance?
yeah. I think her performance definitely was the best out of
Mhm.
everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone did a good job, but she
Yeah.
really you felt the
Mhm.
emotion
Yeah.
in her speeches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, they set her up. She's a queen. She has lost her husband,
Yeah.
her son,
Mhm.
and she has to keep this whole country together. And so
Yeah.
you really
Yeah.
get that in the movie.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'll text you after.
Okay, perfect.
So I didn't see Wakanda Forever, but I did see a new limited series on Peacock called A Friend of the Family. And this is based on a true story. And it's about a young girl who gets abducted. I think at the first time, I think she was like 12. And uh, this guy, he actually was a friend of the family. They were church friends. And he stole her when she was 12. And he had kept her for a period of time and took her technically to another country and tried to marry her. And then she had Stockholm syndrome and she wanted to be back with him. And then he wound up stealing her again at 14 years old. And this is based off of a true story. And it's zany, it's quirky, it's unbelievable, it's bizarre. It was just a very weird story, but it's a very good story on how predators will stage, stalk, and pounce on their prey by any means necessary. Like, this man was pulling out all the stops. And it's a really, really good diagram for when people prey on the youth and what lengths they'll go through to actually achieve their goal. So I highly advise watching this because it's a template. And it may not, like in real, well, this was real, based off a real story, but your average situation, it may not be this dramatic, but some form of this does exist when people are actually preying on children. So you should definitely watch this. It is very entertaining, but also eye-opening. Like I found myself on certain parts of me wanting to say, what? Wait a minute, what? It was based off of a true story, and I still can't believe that. And at the end, after the credits roll, they actually show the woman, the real woman, in court confronting this man. And I won't tell you that the outcome of what happens in real life unless you look up the case and you'll find out what happens. But there's a twist at the end.
Okay, interesting.
Check it out.
Kind of scary too.
Oh, and I didn't say it stars Anna Paquin and Colin Hanks, who really, really puts on both of them put on a great performance, but Colin Hanks, I didn't almost recognize him. And to the point where I was like, it's something familiar. And the something familiar was not the familiar of him. It was the familiar of his father.
Yeah.
I was like, why is that? Oh, that's Colin Hanks. That's why he looks like Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I heard him talk about this movie, and he said he really went through a lot of lengths to make sure he didn't look like he does in real life, because he said it was very tough to do a role like this and be in this type of series. And it was like he had to really separate himself when he was on stage. He wanted to make sure he was that character, but then once they stopped filming, he got himself out of that role because it's such a psychological thing to be in a role like that. So
I will say this, he's his father's child. Yeah, but that's all I saw.
Awesome. What about you, Stephen?
This Black Panther. So I did finish The Watcher, which it was good. It was good. Interesting movie, but it was good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I mean series, but it was good. Yeah.
So let me ask a question, because there is a movie called The Watcher as well. Are they connected? Are they related?
I'm not sure. I didn't see the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't want to move in that house. I'll just say that. But
for the best.
Anything coming on the pipeline? I did see some new things coming out. Avatar, the sequels coming out for that.
Yeah.
And then that Whitney Houston biopic's coming out, and there was something. Oh, there's another movie I saw. Is it with Julia Roberts and George Clooney?
Yes.
That's
been out already that's been out for a minute already.
Oh, has okay. And then Michelle Pfeiffer has a new movie coming out. It's one of those, I don't know if it's Marvel, but it's something
Is it Ant-Man? No.
I think so, yeah. There's something.
Yeah, that's a Marvel one.
But it's a bunch of people. They're it's a big cast, but they're on there. One thing I will say about Avatar, it seemed a little bit more animated this time.
I thought watching the trailer, it seemed like it was all CGI. I was like, is there any real stuff in this? Yeah. And then Black Panther came on. I was like, oh, we already have the Avatar people, because you'll see in the movie, Chike, they're blue. The underwater people are blue.
There's some blue people.
They look like the Avatar people a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yellowstone 5th season just started. I haven't gotten into it yet, but that's
the best show on TV.
Listen, let me tell you. So back in the day, again, 4,000 years ago, there used to be a show on television called Dallas with
Mhm.
JR as the arch villain.
Mhm.
And Dallas was like the biggest show on television for a number of years.
Mhm.
And then the biggest thing that ever I remember being younger and two big things happened in television history that were huge. It was Who Shot JR and Luke and Laura's wedding on General Hospital. Those are
Mm.
like two biggest things that ever happened on television. I haven't heard people talk about anything on television that big since Yellowstone now. They say Yellowstone is the most streamed entertainment program on television today.
Mhm. Yeah,
And it
Wow.
is that good. It is that good.
everyone says that.
Kevin Costner, the bodyguard, Kevin Costner doesn't play. He puts out good
Right.
stuff. Don't sleep
Oh
on Kevin
yeah,
Costner.
that's true.
Yeah, that's
Very
fair.
true.
I guess before I forget too, I mean, I'll still every week I'm spouting Andor. I love the show's been doing a really good job. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, there's like no Jedi, there's none of that in there. It's really a down to earth. How do these people live in this galaxy where you have an oppressive force, the Empire, like in your backyard? So definitely check that out.
Are you speaking about real life? You speaking about us in America?
Well, so that's I think part of what makes Andor so good is there's a lot of parallels there, and you can really see like even at the bureaucratic level the evil within. So again, Andor. If anyone has Disney Plus, check it out.
Wow. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for always letting us know what to spend our time and money on, what not. Have a great week. We'll talk again in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Right back after this.